Okay, so good evening, everyone. Oprimes Academy welcome you to session 7 that we are having today. It's an API testing manual learning program, an initiative by Oprimes Academy. So we can get started. So today, just a recap of a previous session that we discussed, right? So we had a kind of discussion on front end versus back end testing. How should we test APIs? What types of different testing we can do on APIs? All of those, and we also discussed some sample test cases, defects, and challenges. Like we discussed in last session, we have updated the resource of that particular session in Oprimes with the sample test cases, the open APIs that you guys can use for doing a test practice on APIs. So those are already done. You guys can check out. And today, primarily, we have Naveen with us here, who would be taking us through how do we use Postman tool. The first thing, Postman installation, we would add a video in a Oprime session. Please refer those and install. We would not be able to cover entire installation in this discussion section. But yes, he will take you to Postman features. It's basic. He will give you live demonstration of how do we test APIs using Postman, the features and options available in the Postman tool. How do we parameterize requests? How do we create collections? All of those. And he will take you to the entire topics that I just mentioned. Yeah, over to you, Navin.
Hello everyone. I guess like everyone are safe. So because of the COVID, like we have many cases coming across. So just be safe. So let's come with the today's session. So in today's session, we will not be going with any of the topics. We'll be going with the tool, Postman tool. So basically, Postman is like all about creating API and documenting API and sharing all those document with your team space or with any other guys, like if you want, right? So Postman is an API tool, API development tool that helps to build and test and modify APIs. So basically it has the ability to make various types of requests, so what we have gone through like earlier, like with all those HTTP methods, like get request, post request, put request, patch request, and some other methods, right? So we can use this methods and we can create all the requests over here in the with the help of Postman tool. And we have environments, we can parameterize the environments, and we can parameterize some of the variables also. Means you'll get to know in the further part. So next part is like, so this is how the Postman looks like. This is how the Postman look. So let me give you the installation process. Just go to the Google, just type Postman download. Just click on the first link over here. You will get the version whichever like Windows version you can use, like you can click on the Windows 64-bit. So as soon as you click on it, the download will start process. Like it will take time. So since I've already installed with me, so I'll go with the installed one. Just by clicking on it, you will get the Postman app. So after that, you can sign in and you can register. Where did it go? Okay, so inside Postman, we can see like a lot of things. First thing is workspace. Like the first thing what we come across is the first part is like workspace. Before creating any of the collections, like first thing is you'll have to create your own workspace. So once you assign, once you will be assigned with any of the project, like you can create your own express with the own workspace with that project name. So workspace allows you to organize your Postman work and collaborate with teammates. So once after you can create your workspace, create your collections, you can, oh sorry, I'm forgot, like collection. After creating the workspace, you can create your collections. Collections means like whatever you will be getting all those APIs right from the developers, you can gather all the APIs in the collections. So collections is nothing but it's a group of API requests that you can be stored or that you already been stored, you can use it like. So inside collections, you can create any number of folders, like multiple number of folders, and you can rearrange the API request. So we'll see, we'll see on the live. So we'll create sample collections and we'll gather some of the APIs. Variables. Variables means variables are the elements that can store different values. Instead of giving the values directly, we can assign it to some of the variables and we can use that variable. So what is the main use so why it is more important because of using variables, we can use at multiple place. Instead of using the same thing, we can create it, we can assign it to some of the variable name, and we can use that name at multiple places. We can avoid repetitions. So environment is set for like key and values, like so which environment, suppose if you want to work in a test environment or staging environment, you can set that staging environment or a QA environment with the help of environment in the Postman tool. So pre-request scripts. See, pre-request scripts means like these are the scripts that will be run before sending the request to the server. See, for example, I want to run a request. So, and I want to pass some certain conditions, like this has to be executed, like open the browser and open the browser with your some information you need to provide, like so in that case, like you can provide in the pre-request script column. And test scripts. So for example, I will be running this test script, and I want to see the some of the status code, whether how I need to provide some assertions. If you guys need to provide some assertions, if you need to validate whether the status code is proper or not, and with you need to provide, you can use the test scripts column over here. Snippets means like instead of writing the scripts every time, we have like shortcuts over here. In the Postman tool, we have snippets column. If you click on the snippets, we'll be seeing some of the columns over there. Just by clicking over the column, you can, instead of writing the scripts will automatically appear over there. So let's go with the right part. My screen is visible?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Navi.
Okay. Okay. So this is a workspace I was talking about. So this is the workspace. So if you want to create your workspace, you can click on create over here. If you click on create over here, you can create your own workspace. See, like that I have created like just a demo here, my workspace and workspace one. This is the workspace. So after creating workspace, like you will be landing onto your current workspace. So this is the collections, like this is the collections where you can click on. When we click on this plus icon, you can create your own collections over here, or like you can click your new. See, if here also you can create your own collection by clicking on here also, you can create your own collections. So this is the main this is the main window, which is called the builder window, where we will have our actual request and responses. All our APIs are created here, and we get our responses at the bottom. If you want to see the request and response side by side, like so I guess like view, go to the view and toggle two-pane view. If you toggle two-pane view, like you will get the side by side actions. Again, if you don't want to see means, like if you want to go back to the original part means, go back to the same part and click on that. It will be back to the same position. So let me hit one of the requests here. Okay. In the response, we will be getting the body, like this is the actual body written from the server. We can view this into pretty format, raw format, and preview format, and visualize format. Whichever format we can if you need, you can view this into different formats. And we have some representations, like whatever the representation if you want, like I want the representation in the JSON format. So since it is it is already in JSON format, so I want to change this into the XML format. See, this will be the XML format. Similarly, you can change it in the different format. So for this particular response, like we will be having this particular differences. So then we have like a wrap line. Wrap line button means just in case, like if you have like very big line, very big response, if you want to see it in a shorter, like a very good format, like we can use the wrap line format over here. Then we have status code, as you guys know, like you can see the status code over here. And this is the response time. What is the response time that it has been taken? And this is the size. This is the size of the response. When you mouse over here, like on everything, like you can see the body, what is the response of the body, and what is the response of the headers. Everything you can hear, and you can save the response over here. And we have like you can search anything if you want, like for example, see, inside the JSON, I want to search something. I can search by using search button over here. And we have headers over here, like the headers which are there in the response. You can see in the headers column over here, all this, like whatever the content type, what is the content type going on here, what is the content and everything, whatever the headers which it belongs to it, everything we'll be seeing here. This is the test results, like so once after executing the test results, like this is some demo APIs. So if you apply, later we'll get to know. So pre-request scripts and test result, right? I was talking. So when we apply all those cases, like we will get the test results. What is the status code and what is the all the things. Let's start creating some basic collections over here. If you click on create here, like you will be having the collections. If you want to rename the name, like you can rename it. So let me create some sample collection over here.
Sorry to interrupt. Just wanted to know what exactly the collection mean here.
Collection means like see, it is a folder, like just like a folder where if you
Okay.
want to, you will be getting some all the sorts of APIs from the developer, right? So instead of keeping all these things here, you can create in as you can keep gather in all those APIs in a collection over here.
All right. Kind of a structure.
Kind of a structure. That's it. Like so, inside
Okay.
collections, you can add folder over here. So with respect to, see, just assume like you are getting all get request here, and all the get requests, multiple get requests and multiple post requests. In that case, like you can create your own folder with like a get request folder. You can create with the name get request folder, and the post request folder you can create, and you can keep all the get request and post request in this collection, so in this particular folder.
Okay.
Let me add request over here. So let me gather some of the APIs. Like we have some demo APIs, like in the previous session, like I said, we have demo APIs. Like the reason why we have using means because all the APIs require token, like some sort of access, authentication. Like we need to provide access. But these are our public APIs. Like these are only for the demo purpose they have given. So with this does not require any access. We can directly use it. And one more thing, instead of directly opening all these things directly, you can get the curl from the URL itself, like from the website itself. So I'll show you. Just click on like whatever. If you click on anything, like operations will be happening right in the background. So for example, I'm clicking on this. See, an API will be called. If you click on this particular thing, an API will be called, and this is the option. Like what is the user page to? This is the endpoint over here. User. I'll search it over here. User. See, I'll get the list of what all belongs to it. Go here. Instead of getting individually copying here, this is a request URI, and this is the body payload. I'm sorry, get request does not have body. So instead of copying here, directly go to here, click on right button, copy here, and copy as curl bash. Come back to the Postman, click on import, raw text, Control V, continue, import. See, you got the request over here. Instead of copying from there, you can directly copy the curl and you can hit the request. See, this is the request we are getting. In the same way also, if you want to export the curl, now I have copied the curl, now I need to export the curl. So yeah, you go back to go to here. We have some curl over here itself. Copy the curl. Okay, if you click on this copy snippet, the curl will be copied. Same way, go to the import raw text, copy. Just in case, like if anyone from your team sends this curl, you can import the curl from like this part. Or if you want to send means like like I said, go to the here, you can send the curl. Okay, let's gather some more APIs. What do we have? Endpoint. We have users. What exactly we know we need? Just type it over here. It will give the list of all those things. So users here. See, it is a post request happening. Same. This is a payload. This is a payload. Instead of copying here, go to the users. Copy. Curl bash. Come back to the Postman. Raw test. Continue. Import. We'll send it. See, it has been created, and we are getting the response over here in the JSON format. Status code, what is the time response it is taken, and what is the size of it. Everything over here. So let's save this. Like we need to save here. So what is this? This is the post API call, right? So post API, I'm saving it. So which collections? Since I have multiple collections created over here, so recently I've created sample collection. So it is over here. Click on here. save it. See, I can see the post API over here. Same way I have copied here this also. Click on save. This is a sample get API. So, same, all the since we have already clicked on this, it is pre-populating here. See, it is coming over here. This request. Now we got to know, right? So how to import and export the curl. You can even share your collections also. Go to here, share, click on share collection via JSON link. You will get a JSON link. Copy the JSON link. When you share this, the link means like you will be sharing the entire collection. Whatever the API request we have, you will be sharing all this API. Same way, if you want to import, go to the link part, Control V. If you click on import, again, like the one more collection will be appearing. Got it, right? Hello?
Yes.
Okay. So now let's go move on to the variables. Like variables, like I said, like variables are animals that can store different values. Like the reason we are using because code redemptions. Like instead of using this, say this in this here, this base URL can be seen at multiple process, right? Multiple requests we are using this. So I want to make this a code redemptions. Like I'll copy the URL. I'll go to the environment. I'll be setting this variable. Okay, click on here. I'll type base underscore URL. In this, see if we copy paste in the initial value, like this will be the if you share in just in case, like if you share the collection over here to the other people, they will be seeing here. If they don't want to see the values, like what will be seen. So if you don't copy here, don't copy the initial value in this part, just copy here in the current value. I'm sorry. If you copy it in the initial value also, if you share the collections, it will be visible to others also. If you don't copy here also you can do it. I'm sorry. Here also you can do it. Just in case, like if you share the collection, it will be visible to other guys also. It will be, if you place here in the current value, if you share the collections, like they won't be able to see what is the current value you are using. So let's save it. Okay, it has been said. In the same way, like you can create your environment also. See, I just in case, like I said, like if you want to create your own environment, let's say I'll be creating dev environment. So what is the username and password? Username ABC, then password something DEF. Go here, save. This is how we can save the environment, like with respect to test environment or dev environment. You can save it here like this. So since we have already saved the global variables, now let's try to make it call it. The initial variables are same, right? At many places, I'm making it common. Now I need to refer the variables. The syntax is like we have to give double curly braces, and we have to give the variable name. What was the variable name? Base URL. When you mouse over here, see, you'll be able to see the whatever the value you have stored here, you will be able to see the variable name over here. So instead of using the same base URL again and again, you can create this as common. Same way, I'll do it for the other request also. Double curly braces. Again, see, everything will be usable. Now, if you click also, just forget about the response what we are getting, but like it will be working base URL. If you mouse over here, you'll get to see the actual value. What is the value it has been stored? You'll be able to see the value. Now let's provide some inputs. Like I want to provide some inputs. Like I want to provide some variables through scripting part. Like so let's say I want to print something here. Let's say I want to print something. Console.log. I want to print something. What should I? Hello. guys. Hello, guys. Okay.
Yes, Naveen, you are audible.
Okay. Now let me save it. So when you return the send request, there was an error request. Oh, this is unfinished. I'm sorry. That is the reason. I'll say the difference. Like I said, like a pre-request means like if you want to print anything before executing the request, we'll be writing here. So if you want to print something after getting the response, like I want to print something in the console. So in that case, like we'll be typing over here. Hit the request. Go to the view, show Postman console. It's over here. Hello guys. So just in case, like if you want to print something, you can print over here. So now let's see, like since we have already saved this base URL, right? Let's try to get the base variable now. So to get the variable, pm dot variables, we have dot get. What was the name we have given? Like we have given base URL. See, it is automatically pre-populating over here with the value what we have assigned it. Okay. So now let me just assign it to something. Let URL equal to this thing. Now I need to execute console dot log. I want to assign something. I want to print something. So this is the base URL. I need to provide some message. This is the base URL. Copy here. This is just a random message in the console. Whatever you need will be providing. It will be written on that. So this is the base URL. Just later then I'll just concatenate over here. Again, hit the request. Go to the Postman. Show Postman console. Say this is the base URL. Whatever I provided some message, right? This is the base URL. And what is the base URL? It is providing here. What is the we have assigned some value to the base variable, right? So it is providing the variable. So similarly, you can set the variables also. If you want to set some variables, now we are getting the variables, right? Similarly, we can set the variables also. Same way, pm dot variables dot set. I want to set, for example, I want to set what, like I'll set my name itself. Name. Here we are providing value. Name is equal to Navi. Now I need to print it. To print it, you need to use console.log. You can directly copy here. Okay, hit the request. Edit. I'm sorry, view. I'm sorry. See, we are just setting the request, right? So I need to get it. Hey. Reference. Hello guys. This is a base URL. It is undefined. Okay. I'm sorry, I didn't print it actually. Let me retry. console.log. This is the way. I'm not sure why it is not taking. Actually, it was supposed to print here.
Hi Naveen, this is Shraddha. Actually, you said the variable name. No, then you have to
Okay.
get
I'm
that
sorry.
variable
Yeah.
and then you have to print. No.
I'm sorry. Grab.
Okay.
So just we need to provide the variable name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally forgot, Baba. I'm sorry. Thank you. ठीक है बाबा.
Get, you are doing again set.
Oh. ठीक है. I guess you guys have know already all those things. Why it is not printing?
You need to run. Just run it.
Now it is printing. Naveen.
Also,
Name equals to
also
Naveen.
why is it printing like twice? The base URL is like printing twice. Can you go to console once?
This we have already run it, right?
URL. No. In this is the base URL. After that, https request.in / then again https request.in is printing.
I guess we have called it twice. Like that is the reason. This is a base URL.
No. But after URL, there is only one URL. La? Then why it is printing twice?
Actually, Naveen, in the
I
current
think-
Just a minute.
value, you have
Yeah, in the
pasted
base
twice.
URL value, it's set to two times. That's why it is coming here.
No, actually, that base URL
This-
contains the
this,
link.
Yeah.
No, HTTP request string. That's why.
This
It
is
is
a
printing
response,
twice.
Baba. This is the response what we are getting, and this is a message what we are printing, and what all this message are appearing over.
The second
Obvious-
printing message they are saying, Naveen.
This
This
is a
base
message.
URL
This is a
and
base
then
URL.
link.
This is the response. Like whatever the response we are getting, like we'll be getting in the Postman console also. This is not
Yeah,
the
but base
message link.
URL link is printed twice. After this is a base. After that, you can watch this. Yeah, that one. HTTP request.in. Then again HTTP request.in. It is twice, no?
Actually, it
Naveen,
was
can
set
you go to
in
the
base
variables
URL
page?
like this.
No, that's
I think
because
so.
of the
that's
variables
thing.
you have declared in the base
That's
URL.
what like.
Yeah.
So you
This
just
I have
need to
appeared in the
remove
twice
that
like
in the base URL itself.
Naveen, can you
That's
just
it.
open the variables page once?
Yeah,
Which one?
variables
Variables
page.
page. See,
Here
in
it
the
is.
base URL, you
Yeah,
have pasted
that's the
twice.
reason.
This is the reason.
This is the
Let
reason.
me just. Okay.
And the end of the day, all are testers. So we are good at finding bugs.
Okay.
All are concentrating so too much today.
That's good. That's actually good. Sometimes like we do make a lot of mistakes, like but actually good. Like I feel more comfortable like when you guys are identifying mistakes.
It's a practical session. That's why all are interesting.
That's what like we are not here to see the learns. We are here to learn something, right? We are not here to
That's
take
right.
some demo, right? So just learn. We'll all learn something. That's it. Like
So Naveen,
so
this
then-
is JavaScript, right?
this is JavaScript. This is actually JavaScript.
Okay, thanks.
So just in case, like I said, like I want to print it over here. I am providing all this information like before sending the request. Like so I'll be typing all the. I will be copy pasting in the pre-request column. So before sending the request, like it will be going. So just here I am assigning with the help of snippets. I need to provide some status code here. See, I need to validate some of the status code. And again, I need to respond. I need to validate some more thing. So let me hit the request. Postman console. See, this is appearing twice. So it is already it is going again. Request is going again, and again in the test part, it is coming. If you see in the console, in the test result part, see the status code is failed, although because like we are getting 404 instead of 200, we are supposed to get like instead of 200. I'm sorry, instead of 400, whatever. Like I'm sorry, just object my words. So suppose we are supposed to get 200, but we are getting 404. That is the reason we are getting assertion of error over here. Response time. So the response time, what we have provided, we have provided like milliseconds. It is taking more time. So 599 seconds. That is the reason. This is the message. Like you can provide some message over here, random message. Suppose you can type the message here. This is not like default. You can take something here. This is the response time. I need to check. Okay. See, this is a response time. So whatever you need to provide, you can input the message over here. Then you'll be able to see the sessions over here in the test results. How many test cases have been failed? How many test cases have been passed? This is headers, like what this belongs to it, cookies, and this is the body. I guess. Okay, then we have like the last part, like get the report part. So this, since it will be the last part, we'll have it in the next session. So that's it. Like that's it for today's session.
Do we need to write only in JavaScript here?
Yeah, Baba. It has some definite things that has to be written in their own languages.
Okay.
Only Postman report is pending. Like since it is a 5 minutes topic, next session we can cover it up. I'll try to introduce more and more things, like how to. I'll try whatever the next things can be added. Like I'll try to introduce more things apart from Postman console.
Naveen, I had one question. So we have these variables, right? So we have like global variables and local variables here, right?
Huh.
So how do we define that? So in the variables section, can you open that variables section? So here, like this is dev and globals. What is the difference between these two?
Where exactly you're saying?
So you see the dev in the top, right? What is that? And what is
this is the environment? This is the environment, Baba. This is not variables. Like this is the environment. Like I have said some environment, right? QA environment and dev environment. Those things. See, once if you want to execute something, come back to your environment, execute it. Like so, under different environment, you'll be saving it and saving the different username and password, right?
Okay.
So those things.
Okay. Sure. Thanks.
ठीक है, Baba. Guys, just don't mind my language. So I'm not that much confident in English. So just I want to convey the messages, like how it works. Like I'll try to convey in my own language. Don't mind.
No problem at all.
ठीक है, then chalo. If you guys don't have any doubts, like.
Okay. Anybody else has any questions, any topic that you guys would like to kind of add on top of what just Naveen took through? I mean, today though, I definitely appreciate. I agree with most of you, since it was practical session. I saw people being more attentive, more interactive. So if anybody else, I'm sure you guys would have had your own hands-on experience going through self-learning process of Postman tool. So if anybody in this call want to volunteer, take initiative and just take us through some of topics that you have learned in Postman, maybe an hacks or some options that you feel is wow in Postman that every tester needs to know here, right? So if anybody wants to share your experience, your thoughts and your learnings about Postman tool, please feel free to do that.
Sure.
Actually, I had one question.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
What we just did is it was manual testing of API, right?
Correct.
So how can we automate this? How automation of API works? If you
Okay.
can just give a brief.
I would like to take this, Naveen. So, yes, during the initiation of program only we had mentioned, right? So, the entire discussion or the focus for this sessions would be manual.
Okay.
Automation is something that we would definitely plan one more program where we would also help you understand or give you guys a walkthrough of how a rest assured framework looks like, or how a karate framework looks like, and how we can actually automate. Because for automating an API, one should definitely have some understanding, a good understanding of Java. So we would probably take that up separately so that you guys will have better understanding.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. anybody else wants to share your experience or your understanding about the tool? Akshay, I appreciate you are asking doubts in the channel and making best use out of it. Hope that helped you. So anybody wants to tell anything about this Postman tool or whatever you guys have learned? Okay, so I assume the silence as no for now, but I would appreciate you people also speaking up and sharing your experience. Yeah, no questions at all. That's okay, Shraddha. But what I was asking was if you guys want to share your learning experience with the co-participants here, maybe anything that you know about Postman tool that we weren't able to discuss in this specific session. That is what I was trying to understand. Okay, so next session would have only two things primarily. One, a Postman report. Like I think initially when we did an orientation, somebody asked what kind of reports a QA need to give to development team or stakeholders to kind of justify or claim that we have done a API validation and this is the report. So that is something that we would be discussing in the next and final session. Also, a Postman runner. That is also something that we will be covering in next session. I really hope these sessions were helpful for you guys in terms of giving you idea about how one can test manual API manually. So that was the whole agenda of this entire sessions. And otherwise, I had two requests for everybody who are in this call. As I had mentioned last time also, we would have assessment at end of all the 8 sessions for all of you all. It would mostly be on MCQ type assessment, purely on whatever topics we discussed so far. Once you guys clear that assessment, you would be certified with Oprimes certification that you guys can kind of share and kind of refer to. And for all the participants also, one who could not clear those assessments will also get certain badges and certifications from our side. Whoever tops will definitely get some rewards, goodies, and even kind of an referral to an organization we know. Yeah, of course, I cannot commit that, but yeah, that is something that I can definitely kind of think. All the best for your assessments, and please do attend next session. That is also equally important. And let's try to keep it as interactive possible, guys, because we are just trying to kind of give you guys some direction, but the effort, the hard work, the homework, the self-learning, everything needs to be done by you guys only. So yeah, that is all I had, and I have shared anonymous feedback form. Please feel free to give your anonymous feedback there, because that would really help us improve. Like our founder, Mr. Mayank, was also mentioning in orientation session, this initiative is something that we have recently started, and we also believe that we have an opportunity to learn and improvise, right? So what we are doing might not be perfect, and we might have some pointers and feedback from your end so that we can also improve and probably achieve better result as a team. So I would humbly request that please give your feedback there. Be as honest, as brutal as possible. That's absolutely okay. It would be purely anonymous. So the form link is in the G chat there, so you guys can go access and read that. Yes, to your question, what would be the structure of an assessment? That is something that you will receive a mail with all the thing, like what is the total number of questions, how many, how much time you would have to, you will have for submitting that assessment, and everything, like what is a pass percentage, do's and don'ts, all the rules. So you will receive everything shortly. Yes. So yes, that is all. Attempts, yeah, attempts is only one, so we don't have multiple attempts at this point of time. We haven't thought about it, to be honest. But yeah, I'll take it as a suggestion, and we'll see if we can incorporate it in future training programs. We have planned more and more training programs. We are also trying to bring in best people in the industry or domain expertise to kind of help our community, help our Oprimes community kind of learn. So if you guys have anybody in your referrals who are interested to take such trainings, who are expert in their domain and are willing to make money out of it by sharing their learning, please feel free to refer them to me. You guys can kind of drop me a mail. You guys can kind of drop me a mail on that. So when will be the assessment date? That is also something that you guys will know next week. So I'll pass all those information to you guys. Cool then. That is all I had. Feel free to drop your questions and we would be more than happy to address all of those. Once again, stay safe, take care. COVID is all over the place again. So please be safe, take care of yourself and your family and keep learning. Thank you so much, guys. Thanks.
Just to add on, like the Postman has option to log in. Okay, so you can log into your account and you can use it on multiple devices as well. So to share the collections, and so once you log into a Gmail account or whatever the account, so you can use it in like other machines as well. So you will get all your collections there. That's a good feature which Postman has added.
Yeah, thanks, Arjun. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, sure. Thanks.
Cool. Thank you so much, everyone. Stay safe. Thanks again.